Alright, what's up guys? So before I get into this week's video, I'd like to announce that I partnered up with the Race Club and we're doing a giveaway. Yes, I know, thank you very much. Alright, so we're giving away hoodies like this, and these are even shirts like these. We're also giving away some sort of decals and some air fresheners and other cool things. So if you're interested, go check out my Instagram. I made a post about it. I'll link it down below. And without further ado, let's get back to the video. Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my Dodge Challenger. So if you haven't seen the last video, it was about the 5 things that I hate most about my Dodge Challenger. So we're switching it around, and today we're talking about the 5 things I love. Alright, so before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and turn on those post notifications. Without further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so like the last video, these aren't really in any particular order. They're just 1 through 5. And so, with that being said, this is number 1. The color. I love this color. This is probably one of my favorite colors out there. This color from the factory is called Go Mango. And, I just love it. Look at it. And then I also got these matching intake rings from Merrick Motorsports, if anyone is looking for them. They go on both sides, and I think it just adds a good clean look. Now, yeah, these aren't currently functional, but their AFE sells a cold air intake that I can use, and it'll be basically the same as a Hellcat intake. Air will be coming through here, and this will become functional. I'm looking at getting that. I applied for a sponsorship, so if AFE reply and they say that they will take me and give me a deal, then I will be getting that. So, yeah, the orange has to be one of the most defining traits of this car for me. Beside the fact that the other half is black, which I actually did do myself. I can make a video about it if you guys want me to. Yeah, this side is wrapped satin black. I got the inspiration when I saw a Charger on it on the internet, and I just wanted to do it. And I also just thought the half wrap down the middle made it a lot more distinct, because originally I just wanted to wrap the hood and maybe like the roof, but I thought this would be a way more distinct look. Alright, so the second thing that I like about this car has to be the seats. As you can see, these seats are leather and suede. They're really nice. They came heated and cooled, and they're just overall really good quality, and they're super comfy for long road trips. I literally have not had any issues with them. They're like some of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. And yeah, since they're suede, they never get cold or hot, so you're not like burning yourself with the leather or anything like that. The overall quality too of the interior is really good in my opinion. It's no like C-Class or 3 Series, but for a modern muscle car, I have to say it's really good, because like all of this is soft touch. Now this is plastic, but it's like, you can see it's finished, and the only real part that becomes plastic, like this is all real leather, all soft touch, and then right here is the only part that really becomes hard plastics. Alright, and then the third thing that I like about this car is just how spacious it is. So a lot of people probably may not agree with me about this, but I'm currently in the back seats right now, and I honestly find the back seats of my car extremely comfortable, and I feel like there's a lot of space back here. A lot of my friends don't think so, but I grew up in the back of my dad's car, of which the back was a lot smaller than this. It was a Mustang, so yeah, the Mustangs have a lot less space than the back of these. Alright, so for the fourth thing I'm going to talk about, it's the overall capability of this car. I love it for what it is. Now, I know I kind of talked about the all-wheel drive system in the last video and kind of talked about why I hated it, but I also do love it because it just makes the capabilities of this car so good. And like, I'm from Washington, and so when it snows up there, which we don't get a lot of snow, so no one really knows how to drive in it, but then I just come out in this car just driving through the snow normally, and it's doing just fine. And then I just love all the stairs that this car gets when I'm just going along through a snowy road and everyone is like, how are you doing that? I just love it. And then with the ride height, as of right now, I can kind of go through a lot more things than I normally could in like a different car. So the capabilities, and for how big it is too, this thing weighs 4,100 pounds. And for how much that weighs, I have to say it actually handles pretty well. There is body roll, but it's overall pretty good for how big this car is. And I think most people would be surprised by how good it handles for how big it is. It's also a very long and wide car, so it's a big thing to move. I'm also coming around and I'm gonna pop the trunk. You'd be surprised at how big the trunk actually is. So right here, I don't have too much stuff in it right now, but I got my box that I always keep in it, and I've got my camera and a portable vacuum. But this trunk is huge. Like, for reference, I don't know, my forearm is about as big as this box lengthwise, and that's how big it is compared. Like, you could like squeeze 3 people in here. Not that you would, but you could. And then not only that, but under here there's even more space when you pull it up. Got even more space under here to put stuff. So overall, if you're looking for something that could still like technically carry the family around, this could be the car, because there's a lot of space and you can fit a lot of things in here. I literally moved everything down in my car when I came to California, and everything fits. So, and it was a lot of stuff. Now, I could go on and on about things that I like about this car, but for my 5th and final one that I'm going to choose today, I think I'm going to have to go with the infotainment. If I just, like, the infotainment on this thing is really good. Don't mind the laser, hang on. Alright, so the infotainment of this thing is actually really good. It's really easy to use. Let me just show you what I'm doing. It's really easy to use and everything. I got nav. You got this whole chart right here. And then everything is just real simple to get to. You got climate. Everything is pretty much on the touch screen. I have very few buttons down here. But yeah, and then another thing I like that the infotainment can do is this super track pack when this comes out. Well, here is all my customizations, but then if I go here to performance pages, now this usually takes a while to load. That's the one thing I don't like about using this. But once it loads, it's actually really cool. We'll just wait for it. Alright, so it's starting to load up. It's almost there. Give it like another 5 seconds or so. Alright, so it's loaded up. And I don't know, I just love it. It's got like horsepower, current speed, G-force, and gear. Like if I give it a rev right now, it shows me how much horsepower I use to do that. And then it's got all sorts of timers. Like it can record 0 to 60, 0 to 100, 1/8 of a mile, 1/4 mile, brake distance. It's got all these G-force gauges, all of this. It's even kind of got like its own engine dyno right here. Like when I did that rev, that was it. If I do it again, like it just shows up right there. So it's really cool. And then also here, when you go into performance, like you can have all the timers just ready right in front of you, which I think is super cool. So that will overall wrap up the 5 things that I love most about this car. And so if you enjoyed this video, once again, just make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to do more videos like this, and comment down below what other kinds of videos you want to see on this channel. If you have any suggestions of what you would like to see on this channel, comment down below. I'm hoping to bring this channel up and hopefully do this full time and maybe be the next like TJ Hunt or Stradman. That would be the goal, and I really appreciate the support, and let's do this. Till next time.